Welcome back to another episode of Harness the Power in Power School. This is going to be a quick episode that's going to feature the ability for you to go in and override a final grade in PowerTeacher Pro. And a reason you might want to be able to override a final grade is for a student who would potentially have an IEP accommodation that says that the student should receive something like progress, little progress, no progress, rather than the traditional A to F grade scale. To give you an idea, here is the grade scale that for certain students who are to receive this accommodation you would use, and that is making progress, or MP, is 100% to 70%. Little progress, or LP, is 69% to 60%, and no progress, NP, is for 59% and below. So let's show you how you can go in and manually override a grade. In order to do that, I'm in PowerTeacher Pro in a gradebook right at this moment, and I'm going to go over and click on the A+ grading. The menu that pops over, you'll need to go underneath of grades to traditional and click on traditional. Once you land on this screen, you're going to see your list of students that are in your class, and you also see their current quarter one grade that's reflecting both the percentage as well as the grade the letter grade that corresponds with that percentage. Let's say this student right here is a student that I need to use the progress grade for rather than the typical A to F. In order to make a change and override her grade, all I need to do is click on her grade. A menu will show up over on the right-hand side. To change it from a D- to, let's double check and make sure what we need to make it. It's a 62%, it falls in little progress. Okay, so we're going to make it a little progress. In order to make it an LP, we need to click on the codes button right here. Once you click on it, it's going to open up all the special codes that are possible for you, including the MP, LP, NP codes. And again, this student is going to get an LP due to the 62%. Once you've clicked on LP, now, interestingly enough, you're going to notice that some changes happened over here. First off, it's turned purple. And for some reason, the system seems to keep wanting to automatically mark exempt for the student. I'm going to recommend that you go ahead and just take off exempt. All you have to do is click on it. And once you do that, you'll notice that exempt is no longer purple here, and the grade itself over here is also not purple anymore. The other thing you'll notice is that in the upper left-hand corner of the cell, there's a little triangle symbol in the upper left. What that does is that indicates that the grade has in fact been manually overridden. And all I need to do to finalize this is click Save. That's it. That's everything that you need to do in order to override a grade for a student who has an accommodation for things like progress, the progress scale. I would make a recommendation for you that you make sure you don't do this until you're done putting in grades for the quarter. Again, make sure all your grades are in for the grade book before you go in and manually override grades. The reason I say that is if I were doing this right now, and let's say I still had a few more grades to put in because I wasn't quite done for the quarter yet. If I go in and I've already made this change and I've saved this student as an LP, and then I go in and add more grades into my grade book, it's possible that the percentage that this student has could change enough that maybe the student needs to receive something other than LP. And if that were the case, what I'd have to do is I'd have to come back to, again, it was A+ grading, traditional, come back to this screen, click on the grade, click on codes, and change it to whatever corresponds to the new percentage that the student now has right at the end of the quarter. Which is fine, it's just an extra step and piece that you have to go to, because otherwise, if you would just leave this score be, this score is going to stay an LP. It is manually overridden and will stay set as LP indefinitely unless you change it. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for your time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.